Do you think you know everything about the NBA? Think again. There are so many wild and hidden facts about the NBA that will surprise you. From shocking controversies to mind-blowing player stories, the NBA is full of secrets. Stick around till the end, because the last fact will really blow your mind. Let's dive in. Number 1. Air Jordans were once banned. Did you know Air Jordans were banned from the NBA? Yes, you heard that right. In 1985, Michael Jordan introduced the world to his iconic Air Jordans. These sneakers were black and red, which didn't match the Chicago Bulls team uniform colors. The NBA commissioner at the time, David Stern, fined Jordan $5,000 every time he wore them. But here's the kicker. Nike paid for all the fines. Even with the fines, Air Jordan became one of the most popular basketball shoes of all time. The ban only made them more desirable to fans, and the legend of Air Jordans grew even bigger. Number 2. Shaq's one and only three-point shot. Shaquille O'Neal is famous for being a giant in the NBA, standing 7 feet 1 inch tall, known for dominating the paint. Shaq was never really a three-point shooter. He only made one three-point shot in his entire career. Can you imagine a giant like Shaq trying to shoot from the three-point line? Well, in February 1996, he made one. It was an ugly shot, but hey, it counts. Out of 22 attempts, that was the only one that went in. This rare moment is still remembered by basketball fans everywhere as a reminder of Shaq's unique abilities and occasional humor on the court. Number 3. Kobe Bryant's first NBA contract was co-signed by his parents. Kobe Bryant was just 17 when he was drafted into the NBA. At the time, players had to be 18 to sign a contract, so Kobe's parents had to co-sign his first NBA deal. It was a strange situation since Kobe was already a pro player at such a young age. But as we all know, that didn't stop him from becoming one of the greatest basketball players of all time. It's crazy to think that Kobe, one of the most legendary athletes ever, had to rely on his parents for that first contract. His story proves that even the biggest stars have humble beginnings. Number 4. The WNBA, women's basketball taking over. The Women's National Basketball Association, or WNBA, started in 1996. This was a game changer for women's basketball. The league now features 12 teams, with fierce competition happening all year long. Many WNBA games are played in the same arenas as NBA teams, making it clear that women's basketball deserves just as much attention as the men's game. These incredible athletes continue to push the boundaries of what's possible on the court. The WNBA is a shining example of women's sports growing stronger and gaining the respect they deserve in the world of basketball. Number 5. The shortest and tallest players played on the same team. This might sound crazy, but the shortest and tallest players in NBA history were once teammates. Manu Dibango stood an amazing 7 feet 7 inches tall, while Muggsy Bogues was only 5 feet 3 inches tall. The two played together for the Washington Bullets in 1987 to 88. Talk about an unlikely pair. Bogue dominated with his height, and Bogues used his speed and agility to outsmart taller players. This duo was truly one of a kind. The two formed one of the most unusual and fascinating pairs in NBA history, proving that basketball isn't just about height. It's about skills, teamwork, and heart. Number 6. LeBron James is left-handed for most things. You know LeBron James is a right-handed shooter. But did you know that he does almost everything else with his left hand? LeBron eats with his left hand, writes with his left hand, and even brushes his teeth with his left hand. Despite being naturally left-handed for most activities, he chose to shoot basketballs with his right hand because he idolized other players like Michael Jordan. Imagine if LeBron had shot with his left hand. His game might have been even more unstoppable. LeBron's ambidextrous skills make him one of the most versatile players in NBA history. The fact that he excels with both hands on and off the court makes his talent even more impressive. Number 7. 60% of NBA players go broke after 5 years of retirement. It's sad but true. About 60% of NBA players go broke within 5 years of retirement. While these players make millions during their careers, many of them don't know how to manage their money. They spend huge amounts on houses, cars, and other luxuries. Thankfully, some players, like LeBron James, have figured out how to manage their wealth through smart investments and financial help. But for many, financial struggles are a harsh reality after they retire from the game. This startling fact shows just how important financial education is, even for athletes making millions. Without proper planning, even the wealthiest players can face major financial problems once their careers are over. Number 8. Shaq once challenged Hakeem Olajuwon to a one-on-one. In 1995, Shaquille O'Neal was playing for the Orlando Magic and was facing off against one of the best centers in the NBA at the time, Hakeem Olajuwon. During the NBA Finals that year, Olajuwon outperformed Shaq in every way, leading his team, the Houston Rockets, to an easy victory. Afterwards, Shaq was so frustrated that he sent Olajuwon a letter challenging him to a one-on-one game. This challenge sparked a rivalry between the two players that had everyone talking. It was a moment that showed Shaq's fiery competitive spirit and desire to prove himself, even after a tough loss. Number 9. Muggsy Bogues blocked 39 shots in the NBA. Muggsy Bogues, at 5 feet 3 inches, is the shortest player ever to play in the NBA. You wouldn't expect someone that small to make an impact, but Muggsy was a true defensive specialist. He blocked 39 shots in his career, which is incredible for a player of his size. He was often criticized for his height, but he didn't let that stop him. Instead, he used his speed and quickness to outplay taller opponents. Muggsy's story is a perfect example of how heart and hustle can sometimes overcome size and strength, making him a legend in his own right. Number 10. Paul Pierce was stabbed 11 times and came back to play. In 2000, Paul Pierce was attacked at a nightclub in Boston. He was stabbed 11 times in the face, neck, and back. It was a terrifying and life-threatening injury. However, just 3 days after the surgery, Pierce was back on his feet and back on the basketball court. He played through the pain and continued his career, showing incredible strength and resilience. This shocking incident became part of his legendary story in the NBA. Paul's ability to return so quickly and perform at the highest level is a testament to his mental toughness and determination. Number 11. The NBA only played 2 games on Christmas Eve. The NBA loves to play games during the holidays. But did you know that only 2 NBA games have ever been played on Christmas Eve? The reason behind this is that players prefer to spend time with their families during the holidays, and they don't want to play late-night games. It's also a time for rest before the big Christmas Day games, which are some of the most watched games of the year. The rarity of these Christmas Eve games makes them all the more special, and fans always look forward to the NBA's holiday schedule. Number 12. Kyle Korver was traded for a copy machine. In 2003, during the NBA draft, Kyle Korver was picked by the New Jersey Nets. However, they didn't have room for him on the team and were looking to make some money to cover costs. In a strange turn of events, the Nets traded Korver's rights to the Philadelphia 76ers in exchange for $125,000. This is considered one of the strangest trades in NBA history. Certainly a unique situation. The fact that a professional player could be traded for something as odd as a copy machine just goes to show that the NBA is full of unexpected and weird stories. The NBA is full of surprises. From banned shoes to unbelievable player stories, there's always something new to learn about the world of basketball. These hidden NBA secrets show that the league isn't just about basketball. It's about fascinating stories, weird facts, and surprising events that make the game even more exciting. Who would have thought? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more amazing NBA facts and stories. You won't want to miss what's coming next.